Hey, it's your boy Devontae, aka Tay Day All Day, once again back with another episode. Today's episode is about stress. And before we get into that, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Nikos Logic, Nekos Logic. Alright guys, so today I want to talk to you guys about stress. And what I really want to emphasize when we talk about stress is what kind of stress that we bring to the table. Alright? Is it stress of work? Is it stress of kids? Is it stress of, just life in general? So the two things that I want to talk about are separating what kind of stress you're receiving. Okay. So, for example, when you're working out, you're adding stress to the body. You're putting stress on your bones. You're putting stress on your muscles. And that eventually helps you become stronger. So when we are putting stress on our mind, it works the same way. Okay? So we're putting stress on our mind. We are actually trying to strengthen our minds. And if you don't believe that, then how can you explain some of these people that have overcame or are overcoming some tragic tragedies that have happened to them at a young age or even at an older age and became successful? It's simply because our mind is a muscle and we apply stress to our minds for the benefit later down the road. Now, some of these things are just going to be challenges of life, but we also have benefits down the road. And those benefits is that we become smarter, we become more efficient, and we become more desirable as a human being. Nobody wants somebody that has a weak mind. Nobody likes a crybaby. Nobody likes a complainer. And these are all signs of weaknesses. But when you meet someone that have a stronger mentality, don't have those, are not known to be a crybaby or any of those things, then you find interest in those type of people. And so what I want people to understand is that when we put stress on ourselves, it's not always bad stress. Okay? So we stress ourselves by thinking too hard. We stress ourselves by looking to benefit from things. Now, all we got to do is make sure that when we are stressing or applying stress to ourselves, that we know that we have to take care of ourselves the same way, in the same manner. As if we want to apply more stress, then we have to make sure that we're doing healthy things in our lives to complement that stress, to help ourselves overcome that stress. So really, when you're stressing out and you're thinking about whatever you have to do, whether it's bad or whether it's good, if it's bills or if it's working out or if you have a busy day, but it's going to be a great day, you're still applying stress. So what we need is you have to balance that out by having rest days, soaking your body. Sometimes it just takes a shower to refresh you. I know we've all experienced showers where it refreshes the body. It refreshes the mind. It helps open it up. But when we overstress ourselves, especially mentally and physically together, then we usually break down. We usually end up closing our minds down and only want to avoid stress and not able to think outside the box and able to think clearly. So then that's when we start to use our stress against other people. Start to be high, just high strung. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're taking care of our bodies and treating our minds. At the same time, we can also apply that stress. So we need to make sure we have a balance. So we're always looking for that balance. So if you feel like that you're overstressing about something, you need to do something for yourself, whatever that is. For me, I love to play soccer. I love to play basketball. I love to play video games. I love to watch anime. Those are numerous things that I like to do that I consider stress relievers. I mean, of course, a shower is a stress reliever, but something that you can do long term and get a long term effect off of. Okay, so what you need to do is find those things, and that's the hardest thing to do for anybody. Even if you're in the fitness field, if you're trying to get healthy, you got to make sure that it's stressful trying to lose weight. It's stressful trying to put on muscle. You're doing something. You're trying to become somebody new. And on that process of becoming somebody new, you have to do new things that you wouldn't normally do. Okay? So that's it for my stress relief, my stress targeted episode. This is your boy Tay Day All Day. Peace.